Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Angela Simmons, and you're watching Ladies First with my girl Jen from BK.
Welcome to another edition of Ladies First, and of course it's Women's History Month, and who better to have here next to me but a woman who's actually building her own history right now, Miss Angela Simmons.
Hello.
Angela, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Look, there is so much to get to. I wouldn't even know where to begin, but first, I guess let's start with, obviously, you rocking a dope outfit today.
Thank you.
Your style is really cool. How would you explain it? What makes it different from everything else?
My style is kind of all over the place, I like to say, because I'm never one girl. I have so many, I'm not different personalities, but I just like to dress different ways, and I'm a fashion designer. Right. So obviously I'm influenced by my surroundings, and sometimes I feel a little tomboyish. Yeah. Sometimes I'm girly. You know, it just depends on my mood, to be honest with you. So it's it's fun and it's girly, but then it's got a little bit of edge to it too.
So did you know all your life that you wanted to be a fashion designer, or was it something you just kind of fell into?
You know what? At 9 years old, I knew I wanted to be a fashion designer because I was sitting there with my mom at work one day, and I was sketching because I was bored out of my mind. And somebody she worked with actually was in fashion, and I was like, okay, I was kind of inspired. And then I went to my uncle's art gallery. He brought me to his art gallery, and I was like, you know what? I love art and I love fashion. Let me put the two together, and that's kind of where I came up with it from.
And you're doing such a great job at it.
Thank you so much.
It's really, we'll get into that later. You guys can get a special surprise today from her. But aside from that, you're also into the vegan lifestyle, or getting into the vegan lifestyle,
yes.
I believe, right? So
yes.
I actually follow you on Instagram. So all your workouts, the whole shebang. Talk to me about that as far as getting into that lifestyle.
Well, as far as a vegan goes, I'm a vegetarian right now, and I've been for about almost 7 years.
God bless.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That is hard.
But you know what? I wanted to do it. It was something my uncle showed me a video when I was younger, and I was like, okay, that's kind of, and then
was it like the slaughterhouse?
Yeah, it was bad. And at that point, I was living in a household where they eat meat, so it was kind of hard for me to change lifestyles. And then I moved to LA, and I was like, you know what? I got sick one day after eating a piece of turkey meat, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. So I just completely cut it out. But I'm trying to completely become a vegan because it's just better for you, your body, your skin, your everything. So I want to go there. And I'm also just changing my lifestyle in general. I'm also working with a company named Wink. Oh, cool. And they do this vegan ice cream. So yeah, it's so good. So it's low calorie count.
Which is even better for all of us ladies out there trying to lose that weight. But see, I kind of wanted to, I want to try the vegetarian thing, but I love meat so much.
But do it a little bit at a time. You also need to know your blood type, though, because sometimes you can't be a vegetarian depending on your blood type. Oh, okay. Some people need meat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The iron and everything to get you through the day.
Yeah, I personally don't do it, but some people actually need it, so you never know.
So do you ever catch yourself fantasizing about that, have delicious steak?
I don't even want
wanting
it.
Just a piece of it?
No,
nothing.
I don't want it. I don't even think of it. When I see meat, nothing. I could even cook it. I don't want it.
So what are some meals that people can have if they wanted to kind of change this lifestyle?
Well, there's
there's
lentils, there's beans, there's rice, there's salads, there's every side on the menu.
There are a lot of carbs and stuff, I'm assuming, with pasta and things like that.
Well, yeah, you have to be careful with that, yeah.
Cool.
Because that could help you put on some weight.
Oh, I can imagine. But you can work it out and just exercise and things
like that. It's being healthy all around that really helps.
And I'm assuming you do a lot of that too.
Yeah, I live in the gym. I definitely boxed this morning.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your workout day like? What do you do?
I like to box. I like yoga. I like spin classes. I like to mix it up a lot, to be honest with you, and also strength training and all that stuff.
Is that difficult to do as well?
It's all hard.
I do not go to the gym, guys. So,
but it makes you feel good. So I think,
Well, that's all it's about. Yeah. Making sure your body feels good. And what's also awesome is, speaking of the vegetarian vegan thing, you did a PETA ad.
Yes, I did.
Which was very brave and courageous, I think. Did you, when you were approached with this, how long did it take you to kind of say, okay, let's go for it? Did you have hesitations at all?
No, you know what? It's something I wanted to do. Obviously I promoted being a vegetarian as a part of it. And I was just sat down with the people over at PETA, and we were like, let's do it. And I just did it. Obviously it was an all nude shoot, so it was quite different from what I normally do on a set, but I definitely felt good about it, and it got the message out there, so I think that's what's most important.
Absolutely.
Is raising awareness for that.
And it looked gorgeous. You looked absolutely stunning in it.
Thank you.
How many people were on set when
it was very close set.
Oh, okay,
It
good.
was my hair, my makeup, and the photographer, and I really didn't want people around, so it was very close.
That's super amazing, and I think a lot of your fans love that about you, that you're so open and honest and willing to do something like that for an amazing cause, because I am an animal lover myself.
Love love animals.
So obviously, Simmons, the last name, you come from a very well-known family. Some would say it's hip-hop royalty. That's what I would call it.
Thank you.
Let's talk about growing up in the Simmons household. Like, what was that like?
Fun, chaotic. I mean, it's still, when we all get together, it's loud, it's fun. I have a really big family. It's like 7 siblings. It's crazy. 4 parents. I have a stepmom, a stepdad, a mom, and a dad. So it's like a huge family. But growing up in a Simmons household, I guess it was fun. You know, for me though, like growing up with my dad, like to me, I didn't know for a long time he was famous. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't know. It's daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think at some point you're like, why do all the parents want to take pictures with my dad and ask me questions? And then like you get to a point where you're like, okay, I kind of get, you know, I used to go to all the concerts and be on the side. And then at some point I was like, wait, all these people out there are like rooting for him. You know what I mean? And at that point you're like, oh, my dad's like kind of famous.
Right. Were there ever times at the house where, you know, random people would stop by, LL Cool J be chilling in the corner? This is the picture I imagine at the Simmons household. LL was in the corner. I don't know, Slick Rick's probably chilling in the back, and, you know, just great times.
I mean, I grew up around it, literally. You know, my uncle and being on boats around all these people, and, like, literally I grew up around everybody in the industry. So, like, to me, it was just normal, and it still is. It's like, okay, hey. Like, and they've all seen me grow up, so they're like, you're so big now, like, you're growing. I'm like, yeah? And they're like, no, we used to see you when you were this small and getting your diapers changed. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's a whole different game now. Talking to you about that.
Totally.
Oh, big up to Run DMC for coming to doing our Christmas in Brooklyn concert.
That was huge. So fun.
It was a movie.
It was literally a movie. And my little brother performed. I thought that was so amazing.
How did that feel?
Crazy. I was sitting there like, oh my God. Like, it just was a great feeling. Like seeing your brother perform and then your dad right after. It was just an amazing night.
Are you super close with your brothers and sisters?
I am. Yeah, totally.
Because you know how it is when you have like a big household of siblings. There's some people you gravitate to, some you don't.
They all text me. We text each other. You know what I mean? My sister's all the way in LA, so it's kind of hard to be there all the time. But we do the FaceTime thing. And especially now, Ava, she just had her first baby and she's 1. So I'm like keeping up with her, like she walk in, what's going on?
So when Run's house hit the TV, all of us were actually glued to it, just enjoying this family bonding that we're seeing on TV. Did you guys know that it was going to be that successful? And on top of that, what made you want to step into the reality TV role?
I mean, we had a choice. Honestly, my dad was like, do you want to do it? And I was like, okay. You know, I wasn't sure what we were stepping into, but stepping into something with your family is always like a good thing. So I didn't think it could be any harm.
I would think some people would be nervous to kind of being so open and honest.
I just was myself. I think that's what's important, is just being yourself. And I was just, you know, true to who I am.
And then after that, you went over to LA and did Daddy's Girls, right?
Yes. My sister and I had 2 seasons of that.
So what was that like, the transition, the difference between the two? Have you been to LA before there?
I had moved there, and then I full-time moved there once we started doing all that. So I lived in LA 7 years of my life.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah. I was like, I just moved back about 3 years ago to New York.
Oh, well, welcome back home.
Yeah, I needed to come home. I was like, I miss New York. And I knew I had to come back here to pursue my fashion dream, and that's why I'm back in New York. I was like, you know what? I don't think it's going to happen here. I'm going home.
What are you listening to right now? What's in your playlist?
On my playlist is like Nicki Minaj stuff. Obviously, Beyonce's the permanent on the list. She lives on She lives on there. What else on my list? I actually have the Empire Conqueror song on my list.
Shut up, do you?
Definitely downloaded that.
You know what's everyone's playing right now? That drippity drop.
Drip, drop.
Yeah. Drop. I don't know. It's just all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff. And then there's obviously like the turn up music, like what is it? There's the new Future song.
Cool. So you're more of a hip hop head, you think, or do you like all types?
I mix it up. I mean, if you go through my iPod, you'll be like, you're weird. You have a
tell
lot
us
of
some things I want to know.
I got the Sade, Anita Baker, and all of a sudden it goes to like old school stuff. Like I'm all over the map.
So do you tie some of those musical influence or music that you listen to into the fashion shows that you put together here?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important that you make sure you have the right vibe at your events, you know? So I go through each song. I'm like, okay, we'll sit down with the DJ, like TJ DJ'd my event, Mizell, you know, Jam Master Jason. Yes. So like we'll sit down right before an event and we'll be like, okay, this is the vibe I want. And he'll just kind of go through like that. So yeah, definitely.
Circling back to your fashion shows, I actually went to the Angela I.M. showcase, right?
Oh, you went to Foofy?
I went to Foofy, but years ago, saying. I went to that, yes.
I did that for my website.
Yeah, so I'm going to get into that. But you had this dope red fur coat at the end, I believe. I forget which year it was. Was that Foofy too?
Yeah, I just didn't launch it. It was kind of like a little teaser. And then I kind of went back and got my whole line together.
So I think there was some confusion, I don't know about in the fashion world or with people I know. Angela I Am is not a collection.
No, it's angelaim.com. Yeah, it's shopangelaim.com, which is just like up and coming designers, and I feature other people on my site and I sell it off my website.
So those pieces that you were showing in your fashion shows, were they from other designers as well?
Yeah. So it's other designers that, my stylist and I like to wear different stuff. So we're constantly like on a search for different designers. So a lot of the time we just wanted to give them a platform. I'm really big with that. I want other people to have a great platform because I know how hard it is to get like recognition for your stuff, and being talented, I want to just help put it out there.
And who are some of your favorite up and coming designers right now that people should look for?
You know what? There's this designer Smith in Dallas, and I really think he has cool stuff, and he's a really dedicated person. Laquan Smith, I mean, he's more than up and coming now. He's doing really well, but people like that, I think that they're really inspiring.
And let's talk about your skin, honey, because flawless.
Thank you.
Beat to the max. What is your beauty regimen?
You know what? I always say this. I have an amazing dermatologist, and I just have like a toner, a face wash, and face pads, and I use them every night.
Yeah.
And I wash my face day and night, 2 times a day, and I'm good.
Is there anything else we need to know about you, Angela, the person? Anything that's coming out? What do you want to
know? That's the question.
Anything. Well, yes. For the fellas, I know it's a ladies' show, but what's your dating life like? Is there anything going on there?
I'm single.
Single?
Married to the career.
That's the line every career woman says.
I know, but I'm dating and I'm talking to different guys, and if one day I settle down, I settle down. I'm ready to settle down. I could settle down.
Oh yeah?
But I'm very single.
So what do you look for in a dude?
I'm very I like a God-fearing man, obviously, a family guy, someone ambitious, definitely doing something for themselves. Open-minded is really important to me. You got to be open-minded, because if you're not, then we can't really get along like that.
Have you ever came across any situations where a guy you thought was super cute, or you got along with, but down the line it was kind of like...
That happens. I mean, you get into it, and next thing you know, you're like, okay, let's travel, and they don't want to travel, and you're like, I'm definitely traveling. Or, there are just certain things I need my guy to be into,
Any horrific first dates you can share with us?
Yeah, I definitely had a horrific one.
I would love to hear this. Please share.
I went out with somebody, first time. We go out to eat. We get to this restaurant. They're telling jokes, and I'm not thinking it's funny, and they're patting themselves on the back the whole time.
Wait, what?
Like, going like this. Like, I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, got there, and he's like, ha ha. And I'm sitting there like this.
Oh, my
blank.
God.
Horrible. I was like surprised.
Wait.
I would have never guessed he was like that. Super cocky. I was like, this is a terrible date.
So
mind you, it was like a diner because it was like late, and I was like, let's just go to a diner and whatever. I was sitting there like, this is terrible.
So what did you do?
I sat there the whole time, and then went back, and I was gonna leave, and then they kind of made it better by the end because they sat down and talked a little longer, but I was over it. I was like, I'm going back to my house. It's over.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that before.
It was
literally
horrible.
Just patting himself in the back.
Laughing, like making jokes that were not funny. And he's like, ha, cracking myself up, like doing this. I mean, it was bad.
Oh my God, you guys. If you're trying to go on a date with
Cocky.
Angela Simmons, do not pat yourself on the back.
No,
That's
not when the joke's not funny.
It's crazy. So anything else, Angela? I mean, I feel like we covered a lot. I try to run through chronologically everything you're doing, but
Totally.
it's just a lot going on with you, girl.
24/7.
And congratulations.
This machine doesn't stop. Thank you.
Don't stop. And congratulations on your success.
I appreciate that. Thank
You're
you
gonna
so
do
much.
it up.
Yes.
And on that note, we're gonna transition to a fun part of this.
Fun. I love fun.
Of this interview. It's called This or That. You ready, Angela?
Let's do it.
All right, Angela. So now we're gonna do a super fun part of the interview. It's called This or That. It's easy though. Don't kill me for the questions.
All right.
It's pretty decent.
We'll
You'll be
see.
fine. Rapid fire. Either choose this or that. And if you don't want to go into details, you don't have to.
Okay.
You ready? Let's go. Run the canyon in LA or jog around Central Park?
Canyon. This.
Yoga or boxing?
That.
Oh, you could say what it is.
Oh.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Dogs or cats?
Doggies.
Walk This Way or King of Rock?
Come on now. Both.
You gotta choose one.
Walk This Way.
Bad Boys or Good Guys?
Good guys.
Girl anthem. Where My Girls At or Independent Women?
Independent women.
Cookie and Lucius or Jody and Yvette?
Oh, don't do that.
Got it, girl. I mean.
I'm gonna go classic, Jody.
Oh, Jody. I love her. How to Get Away with Murder or Scandal?
You playing too much. I'm Scandal.
Okay. Caught on camera wearing a see-through shirt or see-through pants?
Dang it. See-through shirt.
Florals or plaids?
Florals.
There's a fire. You can only choose one between your dresses or your shoes.
Shoes.
Dancing naked in front of the mirror or singing loudly in the shower.
Loud in the shower. Nah, take it back. I'm gonna be in the mirror.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the mirror. Doing anything? All right. I'm sorry for this question, but
Pass.
I gotta add. No.
No way.
Can't do it.
No way.
Can't do it. All right, cool. I tried, guys. I tried. And finally, if your sister Vanessa asked you to go rob a bank with her, would you smack her silly or go grab the ski masks?
What? Like, what kind of question is that? I'm gonna knock some sense into her. We're gonna go with smack her silly.
You're gonna smack her silly? All right, there you go, folks. Thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate it. Now she's gonna showcase some of her pieces from the Foofy line.
Yeah.
And you guys are in for a treat. All right, ladies, I have a special treat here. What Angela does, she actually brought some of her pieces from a collection to the studios for us.
Did.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this right here because it is just fierce.
So this right here is one of my favorite pieces, actually. I designed this first, and as you can see, it's buttoned up. But if we open this up, like so, you would see that the inside actually is floral.
Oh, wow, look at
so
the
it's like a
detailing.
fun lining. You know, I like to have a little fun. That the detailing is everything for me.
Oh, for sure.
And then if you don't want to show it, you just close it up.
Now, do all your other pieces also have this?
Some of them
inside?
do in the line, some of them don't.
Some of them don't.
I didn't want to put it in all of them because I wanted the option. You know, when you're shopping, you might not want the floral, but I love floral.
Now, how long did it take for you to come up with this design?
I designed this over a year ago. This was one of my first designs, yes.
And now it's come to life.
I love it. It's like one of my favorite pieces. I actually wear this like a lot. During the winter, I have like a couple of different colors. I actually have a gray one and red, like custom for me.
Oh, of course.
But I love this piece, yeah.
And I don't know if you guys can get this in the detail, but you got to see the fur. Remember we were talking about that before, how lush it is? And it looks so
real.
luxurious. Yes.
And I think that's what's important with it, is making sure it looks authentic and real.
And
you know what I mean? Some of them that are not real, they're supposed to not look real. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want something like this to look faux.
Right.
I want it to look right.
You got it right on, girl. It looks fantastic. You want to spin around with it so they can see the back as well? It's just gorgeous, gorgeous jacket.
And then you pop the collar, boom, if you want to get a little action in the back, you know?
And for the spring and everything.
Right.
Let's see some other pieces. I'm excited.
So let's have you take this one off and let's go with the cape.
You brought this.
Is this your favorite?
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I might have to try it on. Forget the model. Let's throw it on me. Look at this. Ladies.
So this is really cool. This is a piece that you can definitely dress all the way up, or you can just have on your leggings and like be just running errands. But you know, I love the see it almost looks like shearling, but we use like acrylics and polyesters and all that. But it's just comfy, easy. Throw it over your shoulders and go.
It's just so beautiful. And what about the texture? What kind of fabric did you use for this?
Well, it's a mixture. Like I said, all of the pieces are mixed between acrylics, polyesters, and all that type of stuff.
And how long did it take you to design this?
Well, I designed the whole collection within a year span, like, because I changed the collection twice, and then this is like my final like launch into it.
This is fantastic. This is definitely one of my favorite pieces for sure. Just so beautiful. Let's get the detailing in the back as well.
It's like 2 pieces in one, and the buttons, and it's just fun.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
What else you got for me?
Okay, let's go to...
So let's talk about the colors and stuff. Why did you decide to go with these multicolored?
Okay, well, I like colors, and I think that it was really fun. Honestly, the whole collection has all these colors within, like, the linings, like the floral. So we stuck to that, and then we also put the lining on the inside of here.
So why? And also, you decided to do a hat as well with this piece.
Yeah,
so
you have to have the piece to go with it, and it's like comfy and warm for the winter time.
So should a girl want to pick this up and wear it? For the girls out there who are not too brave when it comes to colors, what's something she can do to kind of dress this down if she wanted to?
Simple. Wear all black with it. I mean, this is for the girl that wants to take a fashion risk. You know what I mean? I think everyone's not that person, but I am, and I would do this. But yeah, it's fun.
Fantastic. I'm gonna turn around.
Thank you.
For the camera. It just feels so good, guys.
It's
like
so
I'm rubbing
yummy.
on it. Just
Thanks.
nice. Oh, I kind of want that. I kind of want that, you guys. I'm gonna talk to Angela.
It's like
give it to me.
comfy, cool, and you can do your all black moment with this.
Absolutely, and just So why did you decide to do 3 bands here, or
well, that's just for texture and detailing, so that it all wasn't on top of each other. You know what I mean? And if you flip around this way, fun, right?
It's so dope, girl.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful collection. And the muffs, we gotta get the earrings.
You have to have that. We have accessories as well. Yes.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
So where can everyone find the stuff?
It will be online by September for sure. So I'm selling online and retailers down the road. I'm organically growing this myself. So.
Oh.
all from the beginning.
You're a rock star.
Thank
so
you.
Women's History Month, she is definitely making
Thank
history,
you.
that's for sure. Angela, thank you so much for stopping
Thank you
by.
for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. You guys, make sure you check out and buy the collection of pieces.
Signing off, no?
And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, it's ladies first.